Reading happens everywhere, at home, at school, and in the community. We read books, road signs, recipes, emails, and more every day. Learning how to read is an important stage in your child's development. We want children to know how to read and to develop a love of reading. The purpose of this video is to help parents know more about how we work at school to help young readers and how to support your child's literacy development at home. Reading is a message-getting, problem-solving activity. Reading is not just about reading words, but about gaining meaning from text. Readers get the author's message by connecting what they know about the world and language to the printed words in books.
The farmer's wife was milking. Moo moo went the cow.
You can help your child be actively engaged and involved as you read little books together. Reading experiences should be fun and enjoyable for all. Readers use 3 kinds of information to help them read books.
James hid in the book.
Book? Does book make sense?
Readers think about meaning, or what makes sense. The pictures in early reading books are a very important part of helping the child think about the story and what is happening.
Doesn't it? Look at the picture. He's in the box.
Looking at the picture is a good strategy to help figure out what the words in the book might be saying.
Good work, Andrew.
Children also draw on meaning from their own experiences. For example, if the child owns a pet cat, he or she will know a lot about cats and could use that to predict what might be happening. Readers ask themselves, does it make sense?
The weatherman said snow tonight.
Readers use what they know about spoken language or the structure of our language as they read books. Our children are very good talkers and know how words go together. This is helpful while problem solving in reading because they can think about what the next word might be or what would sound right as they go along.
James hid it in the box.
Okay, so can we say it that way? James hid in the box. We hid. In the books, they say hid. James hid in the box. Can you read it?
Later, children become more aware of book language, how we say things in books.
Where's orange? Oh, good, great.
Readers attend to visual information on the page, the letters, words, and punctuation. Early readers have a lot to learn about letters and words. At first, they will only know a few words and some letters.
James hid in the toy box.
Now, toy box would make sense because there's toys in the box, but does it look right?
But gradually, they will begin to build more knowledge in both these areas.
In the box.
Good job. James hid in the box. Nice work, Andrew.
So we want children thinking as they read, what would make sense, what would sound right, and does it look right? During the school day, your child has many opportunities to be engaged in reading activities. Your child will be listening to, reading, thinking, and talking about books and stories. Teachers support learning with help before, during, and after reading. Here are some of the ways your child reads. Read aloud.
Then she tried Mama Bear's bed. Ugh, it was too lumpy.
Shared reading.
November. The weatherman said
Guided reading.
happy birthday cake.
Independent reading.
Hannah went along
Book buddies.
Christmas.
And gave him my list, and that
Partner reading.
Rebecca, the teacher, and the principal waited in the office for Rebecca's brother.
Has anybody ever seen
Teachers regularly monitor the children's reading progress to see what they know and what they're able to do. One way to do this is to take a running record as a child reads.
Home
This information helps the teacher to determine helpful next steps in planning for continued growth. Your child's teacher may talk about easy, instructional, and hard level texts. An easy text is one that your child can read quite independently on his own. These are the books your child will bring home for daily reading practice. An instructional text is an appropriate level for this child to learn from with the help and support of his teacher. This is the level your child's teacher would use during guided reading groups. A hard text is too hard for the reader. If the book your child takes home is too difficult for him or her, you read it to your child. What can parents do to support their child? Parents play a very important role in their child's literacy learning. They ensure their child is at school each day, well rested and ready to learn. Daily reading practice will support your child as he or she is learning to read. You can support your child's understanding of how reading works and help them to grow as readers in 3 key ways: reading to them, reading with them, and reading by them. Reading to children. Select books based on your child's level of interest and attention. Topics that match children's knowledge and experiences allow them to relate to the events and happenings in the book. Children love to be read to, and they learn a lot about how stories work when they listen to books. Reading with children. Children can sometimes read a more challenging book with you by chiming in or joining in on familiar parts.
Very good reading, boys.
For example, you could be reading The Gingerbread Man to your child, and they could join in on familiar lines like, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." Reading by children. Most times, the little books your child will be bringing home for homework are books that your child would have seen and read before and are easy for him or her to work through. The rereading of these familiar books builds confidence and word recognition and provides practice in problem solving, but it also allows the reader to notice new things. How do I help my child during his or her reading of the book? It can be very helpful to look through and talk about the pictures before you begin to read a book together. If your child is reading along quite well, provide lots of praise and reinforcement. When your child comes to a word they don't know, use the pause, prompt, praise technique. First pause.
Ben is in.
Wait a few seconds and give your child time to think. Often, they will work it out by themselves.
Up on the bed.
I loved how you figured that out.
Ben is looking at a birthday card.
Great reading.
Then prompt.
Ben is asleep.
Good job.
Mom can.
If they still don't know the word, try 1 or 2 of the following prompts. Look for clues in the pictures. Look at the beginning of the word and discuss the letters and sound.
I liked how you stopped to check. She was outside in the hallway. Now she's in his room. How would we say that? Mom?
Talk about words that would make sense in the sentence. Ask your child to go back to the beginning of the sentence.
She was out in the hallway, and she now is in his room. So Mom comes.
If your child still
Good
doesn't know the
reading,
word,
Ivan.
tell them and prompt them to read the sentence again.
At the dinosaur
It is okay to let your child read on to the end of a sentence, even if they make a mistake. Sometimes they will notice and fix a mistake all on their own.
Here is Ben's birthday cake.
Shirley, great solving. I loved how you worked at it.
Always praise your child for getting the word right or for trying hard.
And why did you like it, Ivan?
Because I like how Theo was making it.
Talk about the story together so your child develops an enjoyment for reading. Keep this talk brief and
you're
fun.
making sure it makes sense, and you're making sure that the words look right. High five, Ivan. High five, Shirley. Good job.
The following suggestions may be helpful as you read with your child at home. Be consistent. Establish a homework routine. Same time, same place. Be a cheerleader by providing lots of praise and focusing on what your child can do. Be a model. Let your child see that you also value reading and writing as you go about your daily routines. Read to your child. This allows your child to enjoy books and share some special time with parents. Talk about books, stories. Discuss your favorite part, characters, what it reminds you of. But most of all, keep it fun and enjoyable for both you and your child. Hopefully this video will help.